Welcome to part 2 of our tutorial on how to become a Unity game developer. In this tutorial, we're going to be understanding the development environment. And so we installed Unity last time, so now we're going to add a new project. So we're going to go here. We're going to go to a new, you can just look for the new button. And these are the different types of projects you can make. So we're going to go over here to high definition RP because of course we want like the best graphics, and it even has a thing where it tells you like this is high end graphics, shader fives, like a shader graph to measure the shaders, and visual effects to measure it. And you can tell it's really like the cutting edge kind of template because instead of okay, it says got it. You know, it's like really laid back and it's cool. So we got it. But here's the only problem is that although we want to do this, we're also trying to make a 3D game. So what you're probably going to do is you're going to try to like drag a window around both of these so they can both be in there. But you can't do that. So we're going to start actually with 3D, and then we're going to eventually get to high definition RP, even though we would rather start there. It's because it goes in order of like the power of the game. So like mobile 3D is like the most powerful game. So for a project like this, it is a new Unity project. So this is the perfect name for your new project. And then you're going to put it into a place where it's pretty clear what you're doing here. And so we're going to hit create, and that'll build the template. Okay, so I guess while this is going on, I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. So I was born a long time ago, like a sickly child, and I was born like a jaundiced child, and they put me in a chicken incubator, believe it or not. I laugh to say it, but it's true. And it was like the medical personnel were saying almost like you're never going to be a Unity game developer because you're too stupid, and nobody stupid could become a Unity game developer. Well, guess what? A lot of stupid people become Unity game developers, and now I'm one of them, and you can be one too. Because I was in the chicken incubator, but then I got better because it had a healing effect, and ever since then, everything has been fine with my skin. But I didn't appreciate being told what I couldn't do. Okay, so anyway, so here's the template. So that's enough of that. So understanding the development environment. So this is the development environment. So this is the first thing you have to understand. But before we even get into this, I want to talk about the project name because we did, call it a new Unity project, but now that we've made it, it's not necessarily new anymore. So every day, what you're going to want to do is you want to change this to do like the current date, and you're going to change the name of the project by going right to the folder. So you're going to type like Unity project and then January 21, 2021. So anyway, but it works. It's pretty much like that. But that's the kind of way. So you'll wait till you actually get out of this and you'll quit later and then you'll rename it. And this is what you would call backing up your project. That's how you back up your project. You quit Unity and then you change the name of the folder to whatever today's date is. And you don't want to do that every day, guys, because you don't want to mess around with backups. But so getting back into the development environment. So here's all the parts of the environment that we need to look at. So the most important part, of course, is here. It's the scene view, because this is the view where you're actually where you've seen the game. So we're gonna be building stuff in here, and this is where all the magic's gonna happen here. So all this other stuff, first of all, like we're gonna want to make this as big as possible because we're going for the best graphics, so we're gonna need to see everything clearly. So and the problem is how do we get it even bigger? So you can actually drag and drop these windows. So what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to move everything we can over here. And even more stuff as much as there we go. So now we have everything exactly the way that we want it to be. Okay, to see we can get the rest of the width. This is exactly how we want our situation to be set up. And this is what you would call, this is what developers call workflow, right? The ability to be an environment that's going to facilitate creative process. So this is the scene view. But the other view that we want big, and the reason we left this tab up here, is the game view. And so what this is this is like a visualization tool that's going to let you think about your game, because it's very serene and kind of meditative. It's like a nice sunrise. So whenever you just feel like you're thinking new ideas and you just want to think about them for a little while and concentrate, or not concentrate, just ruminate, you come over to the game tab and you look over the sunrise, and it's very calming, and have lots of good ideas in no time. So when you're done there, you're going to go back to seeing the game, and we're going to do stuff. This is where we're going to do stuff. So just to really quickly go over the other stuff on the page, it's not as important. That's why we moved aside. So hierarchy, which is like, I guess, the stuff that is in the scene, but we're like visual developers. So this is like a list. So like, I don't know why we need a list of things. We can see them. They're right here, right? There's the sun, there's the camera. Like, so what is the point of this? So down here, like is the inspector. So this tells us all the stuff about the sun. Like I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. There was everything with the sun. Is very complicated. Then another tab here is projects. So this is all the folders that are in it. So scenes. We're in a scene right now. So there's more scenes. Oh, sorry about that. Moving. So I moved it over, but you can still move over. So here's console. And this is going to be, this is for like developing for Nintendo and Sony and Xbox, stuff like that. It's basically going to show you if there are problems with it. So if there's any issues with your Nintendo build or stuff like that, it's going to show here. And there's like 3 different colors. I think one is for each of the consoles, basically. So those are, I guess you could call them bugs. But one thing that you're going to have to learn, guys, if you're going to become a Unity game developer, is that the more you talk about bugs, and the more bugs you have, the more of a Unity game developer you are. So don't even worry about it. You're going to want this list to fill up as your project grows in sophistication. And then finally, up here, Unity has like dedicated audio controls, like a play, pause, and I guess next track button. But we don't have any music in our game yet. It's going to be like one of the last things we do. It's not even that important. I don't really know why they have fixed controls for that. And that's it. And this is just some other stuff. This is like a hand. So anyways, that's it for the Unity development environment. We're set up. We've got an optimal workflow. Everything's looking great. And in our next video, we're going to get right into making the game.